Hello friends and welcome to my channel OrgaNatic. After I posted my video on how to organize a closet and a dresser, I got tons of requests asking how I handle children's clothes in storage. So today I am excited to show you exactly how I keep my kids' closet neat and tidy. And now let's get started. A child's closet usually consists of a great many items. Three main reasons come to my mind why it's worth investing time in organizing a child's closet. First, the mom typically knows exactly where everything is, and in a well-organized closet, everything can be quickly and easily found by other people as well, like the spouse, grandmother or babysitter when the mom isn't home. Second, in an organized space it's easy to access what you need. In other words, to find one item you don't have to rummage through the entire closet. Third, we shouldn't forget about the aesthetic appeal. After all, it's so much nicer to open and use a neatly organized closet. Plus, a child gets used to cleanliness, order and organization from an early age. I always begin organizing by taking everything out of the closet and wiping down all the shelves. Then on a large flat surface I start sorting everything by category, of course simultaneously setting aside items that no longer fit, need repairs, washing, or items that won't be needed this season or at least in the near future. When we see the whole picture at once, it's much easier to decide how and where we'll store everything. In all of my closets, and children's closets are no exception, I often use various organizers that help arrange items efficiently and keep things in order. This can be simple shoeboxes or store-bought storage accessories. Storage organizers make it easier to see what goes where and also help maintain order on the shelves. At this stage, I decide which items will be hung on hangers and which will go on the shelves. And of course, let's not forget about using identical hangers. They not only save space in the closet, but also make it look neater and more organized. Those who love vertical storage are probably familiar with the famous KonMari method of folding clothes. But for storing a little child's clothes, it unfortunately didn't quite work for me. That's why I used the Chinese system. It's all about folding each piece of clothing into so-called envelopes. Not only it's more compact, but it's also more stable because the little piles don't fall apart. This is especially important if your child likes to take clothes out on their own or check what's inside. Moms of small children will definitely understand me. Now here's a small life hack. How to fold a small fitted sheet. Lay the sheet on a flat surface, slide your hands into the corner seams of one set of corners and tuck one corner into the other. Smooth them into a rectangle and fold it down to the size you need. And you are done! In general, I use exactly this method for my younger daughter's clothes and bedding. And now my favorite part begins, putting everything back in the closet. I placed out-of-season clothes in a large plastic container and hung bulky clothes in the closet, first sorting them by category and color. On the very top shelf goes the bedding and small fabric washcloth in a special organizer that you can pull out if needed. I keep various sweaters there, and on the right side more sweaters, but ones with zippers or buttons. One shelf below that I put leggings, pants and skirts in an organizer, and on the right side dresses and sundresses. On the next shelf I'll store bodysuits and pajamas. I folded tights vertically in a separate organizer that can be taken out to make it easier to reach the bodysuits. Finally, at the very bottom go socks, which I've sorted into three categories: regular, warm and non-slip. These kinds of organizers are simply ideal for storing small items. For organizing children's shoes, I used regular shoe boxes. Thanks to them, little shoes don't get tossed around in the drawer when you open and close it. When everything is put away, one small trick helps make the closet easy for anyone to navigate. You can label each shelf. I usually use two methods. The first is very simple. Print labels on a label printer, assuming you have one at home. The second is to make labels by hand. I either print out the necessary words on a regular printer or write them by hand, and then use narrow tape to attach these labels in the right places. This method is simpler, more accessible, and budget-friendly. Please tell me where and how you store your off-season clothing. I'd be very interested to learn about your experience. If you like this video, please show it to me by hitting the like button. Please subscribe to my channel if you are new. See you next week. Bye bye!